I made a promise to myself. It was a simple, terrifying promise. For 1 full year, I would save half of my income. I had a job that paid enough to live, a decent job that covered my bills and left a little extra. Yet, I felt like my money was controlling me, not the other way around. I wanted to try something big, to force myself to look at every dollar I spent. I wanted to learn what money truly meant to me beyond just a number in an account. I wanted to know if I had the discipline, the willpower, to see a difficult goal through. It was a test of character as much as a financial experiment. I started in January. My after-tax income was steady, a predictable figure each month. I wrote that number on a fresh page. Then I divided it by 2. That second number was my savings goal. Every month, half of my paycheck moved to savings before I could think about spending it. It was a preemptive strike against my own weakness. The rest, the other 50%, was for life. It had to cover everything. My plan was intentionally simple. I didn't want to drown in complex spreadsheets. One pile for rent, utilities, food, transport, health. The bigger pile was untouchable, straight to savings. I carved out a very small fun amount. That was my one unbreakable rule. The first month felt tight. I said no to eating out and skipped daily coffee shop rituals. I combed bank statements, canceled barely used subscriptions, and started walking places. It added up fast. To make this challenge work, I needed a clear blueprint. My primary rule was the 50% savings mandate. My net income was $4,000 per month. Every payday, $2,000 was automatically transferred to a separate high-yield savings account. Keeping it at another bank made it harder to access and reduce temptation. The remaining $2,000 was my entire monthly budget. Out of this, I allocated $100 rent, $100 utilities, $300 groceries, $100 transportation, $100 health fire MISC, and $300 for wants. That wants bucket covered a coffee with a friend, a movie ticket, or a new book. Seeing the numbers in black and white was sobering. My primary weapon was a small spiral-bound notebook. I wrote down every expense, pack of gum, bus ticket, banana, everything. I also used a free budgeting app synchronized with my bank account. I set categories and watched charts track my progress. Checking daily and seeing green bars and rising savings became a motivator. No credit cards, only debit or cash, so I could only spend money I actually had. Every Sunday night I reviewed, reconciled, and planned the week ahead. The most important part was the why, to build a foundation of financial freedom and grasp the line between need and want. When urges hit, I opened to that page. It wasn't punishment, it was building a better future. The rules were scaffolding, the real structure was purpose. The sacrifices started immediately. The biggest change was my living situation. I left my comfortable one-bedroom for a smaller studio. The rent was $400 cheaper. Clean, bright, not fancy. Moving cost time and money, but the savings made it worthwhile. I sold my car. Insurance, gas, and maintenance were too much. I lived close enough to use public transportation. I set a no new clothes rule, except essential thrifted replacements. I learned to get creative with what I already had. I stopped buying my morning latte and learned to make good coffee at home. Over $100 saved each month. I canceled my gym membership and worked out for free. I cut subscriptions and used my local library instead of buying books. I practiced saying no to small impulses. Each tiny choice seemed insignificant alone, but together they were powerful. Letting go created space for new things. I dove into cooking, beans, lentils, seasonal vegetables, borrowing cookbooks from the library. I discovered a love for baking bread. The smell became a new kind of comfort. I became an expert at packing my own meals. I gave up consumption, but gained competence and creativity. What began as sacrifice became skills that fed my days. The hardest parts weren't the meals I skipped or the things I didn't buy. The hardest parts were social. My life was built around casual spending with friends. Saying yes, but scrimping felt awkward and hollow. Eventually, I told close friends about my one-year savings challenge. Some were incredibly supportive and suggested hikes and home-cooked dinners. Others didn't get it. Invitations dwindled. FOMO was a lonely feeling. I became the planner. Free park walks, picnics where everyone brought a dish, game nights. They were a hit. We connected more deeply when the focus was on people, not the bill. Still, I craved my old life and felt shame and doubt. I reminded myself of my why, found contentment in library books, cooking, and peaceful routines. This was a psychological battle as much as a financial one. Really. Turning down a registry or a simple lunch made me feel cheap. I fought the comparison game and focused on my own path. I survived by celebrating small wins. Groceries with guitar cash, a $5 designer jacket, a small internet discount. These wins fueled me. On hard days, that list proved I was making progress. Cravings were real. I used a 30-day rule for wants, and most desires faded. For 2 months, I hit 50% perfectly. I felt invincible. Then March, a transmission repair, $1,200. It wiped out over half that month's savings and sent me into a panic. I realized I needed a buffer, an emergency fund. The first $3,000 would be separate, for true emergencies like medical bills or critical repairs. Just having that mini fund made me feel safer. A few smaller hits followed. By June, I was behind on my annual goal and wanted to quit. I revisited my why and saw that, even below target, I'd saved more than ever before. I reframed it as learning, not pass-fail, and gave myself permission to be imperfect. As months passed, the intense effort faded. Choices became automatic. Saving 50% became just what I did. Routines grew comfortable. Sundays I planned meals, checked the pantry, and reviewed the budget. Less decision fatigue. I automated what I could. More control, fewer decisions. Free time moved from spending to enriching. Reading, hiking, creating. I volunteered at a shelter. Joy money can't buy. My friendships deepened at home. I became a curator. Do I need this? Do I have space? Will it add real value? Usually, no. As December closed, I felt nervous excitement. It was time to face the numbers. I added month by month, included the car sale and other sales, subtracted the transmission repair. The final total was $22,850. My perfect goal was $24,000. I fell short by $1,150. A flicker of disappointment gave way to pride. I had saved nearly half my income. That balance wasn't just money. It was security, a buffer, a foundation. For the first time, I had FU money. Not retirement, but options. Leave a bad job, weather a medical hit, take time to learn. The constant low-level money anxiety faded. Possibility replaced fear. I proved that with an average income, discipline, and intention could build something big. Money stopped being a storm and became a tool I could direct. A year of small choices stacked into a result I could see and hold. A trophy for a battle well fought. The year is over, but the changes are permanent. Most of all, in my mind. Money used to control me. Now it feels like a partner. I separated my self-worth from my net worth and my spending habits. I ask, will this truly make life better, happier, easier, long-term? Usually, no. I've saved thousands and kept clutter away. Freedom is options, a year of rent, a plane ticket to a new city, seed money for a small business. Start small. Pick a possible scary number. Automate. Be kind after setbacks. Know your why. Build your freedom,